Hello, sixth grade. Mr. McAuliffe, once again coming to you from your classroom here at St. Margaret's to read to you again this week, just as I've done each week since we have been doing schooling from home. The book that I've chosen for this week is kind of a funny book, but it also has an underlying message to it that I think is really appropriate over the last 10 or 12 weeks, however long it's been now. And the title of this book is Grumpy Monkey. It was written by Suzanne Lang and illustrated by Max Lang. Grumpy Monkey. One wonderful day, Chimpanzee awoke to discover that nothing was right. The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas just too sweet. Sounds like a pretty good day to me, actually. Jim felt very confused. What's going on? Maybe you're grumpy, suggested Norman the gorilla from next door. I'm not grumpy, insisted Jim. On his walk, he met Marabou. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Marabou. Why are you so grumpy, Jim asked Marabou. It's such a wonderful day today. Grumpy? Me? I am not grumpy, said Jim. But look at how you're standing, Marabou said. Yes, it's true, said Norman. You're all hunched over. So Jim stood up straight and loosened up a little bit. Then Jim ran into Lemur. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Lemur. Why are you so grumpy, Jim? Asked Lemur. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I am not grumpy, Lemur. Okay, but your eyebrows look grumpy, said Lemur. Yes, it's true, said Norman. They're all bunched up like. So Jim raised his eyebrows. Then he tripped over Snake. Oh no, said Norman. That's the last thing you need when you're feeling so grumpy. Grumpy? Me? I told you, Norman, I am not grumpy. And why that frown, said Snake. I think it's because he tripped over you, Norman whispered to Snake. So Jim put on a smile. Finally, Jim looked happy. Yeah, but he didn't feel happy inside. So he's really not happy. Everyone wanted Jim to enjoy this wonderful day. You should sing with us, said the birds. But Jim didn't feel like singing. You should swing with us, said the monkeys. But even though Jim was a monkey, he didn't feel much like swinging. You should roll with us, said the zebras. Jim didn't feel like rolling. You should stroll with us, said the peacocks. But Jim didn't feel like strolling. You should lie in the grass. You should stomp your feet. You should take a bath and make a splash. You should hug someone. You should laugh. You should take a nap. Or you should eat old meat. Or some honey. Or jump up and down. Or sit in the sun. Or you should dance with a porcupine. But Jim didn't feel like doing any of those things. Why are you so grumpy, Jim asked the others. It's such a wonderful day. I'm not grumpy, shouted Jim as he beat his chest. And off Jim stormed. Soon Jim felt sorry. A little sorry for shouting at his friends, but mostly sorry for himself. I guess I am grumpy, Jim sighed. And just as he was starting to feel really sad, he came upon Norman again. And Norman was slumped over. His eyebrows were bunched up, and he was frowning. "What's the matter, Norman? Are you grumpy too?" asked Jim. "No, I just danced with a porcupine," said Norman. "Not a good idea." "Are you okay?" asked Jim. "Well, it kind of hurts, but I'll probably feel better soon enough," said Norman. "Are you still grumpy, Jim?" "Yes," said Jim, "but I'll probably feel better soon enough too. But for now, Norman, I just need to feel a little grumpy." "You know, Jim, it's a wonderful day to be grumpy," said Norman. Jim agreed. And he already was beginning to feel a little better. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I enjoyed reading it to you. You know, it's okay every once in a while to be grumpy, right? Sometimes that's just how we feel. Just as long as it's not too often. Because like Jim says in the book, soon enough, I won't be feeling grumpy, and I will feel better. You know, the last 10 or 12 weeks has really been difficult in some cases. We've all been home for a very long time, and there was a time there where we couldn't even leave our homes. And I know as much as we all love our families, sometimes we get a little bit too much time together, and we get on each other's nerves, and sometimes we feel a little grumpy. And like I said, and like Jim said, it's okay sometimes, just as long as it's not too often. I hope you're not having a grumpy day today, and if you are, just remember, soon enough, you'll feel better. I miss you, 6th grade. I hope you're all doing well. Please remember to be safe, be healthy, and be strong. Bye-bye, 6th grade.